Hey guys, welcome back to Modern Golf. I hope you're having a great day and better week. Today we're talking drivers, and so I've been playing the same TaylorMade sim driver for, it has to be 4 or 5 years. And the last 3 years I've gone into my dear friends at Club Champion in Cleveland to get a new driver. And every time we go in, we end up with the same result as this 5-year-old, now 5 or 6-year-old TaylorMade sim kind of remains unbeaten. So we went again recently, a couple weeks ago, to test sim versus all of the new guys. And I'll go down the list to see if any of these can dethrone this old driver. And I don't know, we had talked to somebody from TaylorMade recently, and they said maybe the grooves are worn down so much that my ball flight's like a knuckle. So, and it doesn't really traditionally, but it's almost like a knuckle that comes out. And so there's not a lot of side spin on it, and that's where we get the distance. So normally, my distance I would say is around 270, 275. Guys I play with will tell you I can get it over 300, but I would say my average drive's 250 to 265, 270. This day, lucky for us this day, I had zero. I couldn't hit a ball to save my flippin' life. Hooks and slices, and I don't mean even fades, I mean slices. I wasn't finishing my swing, I was exhausted. It happens. So we're gonna go through this, and at the end of each one, we'll kind of explain what we like, what we didn't like, and at the end, we'll wrap up and kind of tell you, and we'll put the charts up and all that stuff, what we really liked and what we didn't really like. This has got a great feel.
Oh, smoked. Ah.
That's my I do like the feel of this one a lot. Okay. Like, to me, the feel of this is short. I mean, but
Yeah. Smoked.
it's just weird how short it is. Like, for me.
That number of 6,000 who are where they're at, the issue that comes in there is they're playing on greens that are basically concrete, right? So they want as much to as what happens, how to get the golf ball to stop better on the greens. And what they found is that the send angle is actually better for the golf ball to stop on the green, but they also need to spin.
Yeah, I mean, those are smoked.
Spin and
Like, all three of those.
Yeah, that's a better.
how does it Cobra? Good look or no? Okay. Strix up.
The sun hits it.
Right?
You don't want to pass your hands because of the weight.
So, check this out.
This thing could be the best one.
Third weight also comes out.
I don't know what it is with Callaway. These always feel heavy.
I know.
Circumference-wise, biggest, middle, small. Circumference-wise. These are all 3 mid-size grips. So now.
That should be right.
Yep.
I'm not, and I hate to say this, I'm not in love with the Callaway. I just can never.
Galaxy, the guy's like, yeah, we can't do anything with this. You gotta buy a new driver. I'm
It
like,
was a weird.
yeah, I'm like,
It was like one of those fixed straws.
yeah. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like,
There was a guy who used to work at golf. Jeff. I forget his last name.
taller?
No.
All right, let's see. We'll hit the Titleist.
Oh yeah, we have to have.
When does your son come home?
He was.
Oh, wait.
I don't think that helps.
How long have they been together?
God, I think it. Now this feels heavy.
It does?
Let's see, look. I don't know what it is with. Now that felt better. I don't like it at the toe, but that one felt better. Yeah. That one felt the toe. But like.
Yeah, I don't love it.
this feels good though.
All right, let's see that for 1 sec.
So now that you watched way too many awful driver swings, couple verdicts with us of what we liked and what we didn't like. The best feel to me for sure was a QI35 LS, which was kind of weird. And the Titleist GT2 and 3 were just, I mean, it felt like I was hitting a concrete brick. It slammed off those faces. So those to me were the best feel. The best maneuverability and how you could change things was certainly Cobra, 35 or 36 different changes. I really was shocked of how many things you could do with a Cobra. The best looking driver for me personally was either the TaylorMade QI35 or the new Callaway Elite. The Triple Diamond I don't get. I don't understand the look of that one. It's like they just want to take Titleist customers away. It's just a shiny top. Again, it's not my favorite. And no offense to Callaway on the Triple Diamond. It's just not aesthetic I like. Their one from last year, the Paradigms in the last couple of years have been literally stunning. Their normal Callaway Elite this year is gorgeous. And then you get into the Triple Diamond and it's just like we're looking at 25-year-old cosmetics. So didn't love the aesthetics of the Triple Diamond. What was interesting to me was the shaft, and I'll put the information up. I love my gravity shafts by Newton, and we tried a couple other ones, and I'll put the information up as you guys will see as we wrapped up. The best shaft was this guy. It just felt really good, felt solid. My current head and the other ones. Best overall for me was the new Ping Max. Just on an awful swinging day, it went the furthest and the straightest no matter what kind of swing I put on it. So will it dethrone my TaylorMade driver? I think that's where we're headed. I'm going to test this again, but again, if I had to put money on it, I would say I'd probably will end up with the new Ping Max. It just felt fantastic. It was a smidge less feeling great than the other ones. I like the cosmetics. I don't mind the little fins on them, as some people say. Really solid driver, and really shocked between that combination of the gray shaft that we put up earlier and the Ping head. Just a great combination. Was it leaps and bounds better than what I currently have? No. You know, 5 or 6 yards, much straighter for sure, much more consistent, which I'm looking for. So I seem to have these awful swinging days when I go into Club Champion. I don't know why, it happens. But what I like about it is I know on my worst days, this is what performs and what this doesn't perform. So it's interesting. We'll continue to test. Hopefully we'll have a new driver head and shaft here shortly. We'll test those. We'll continue to test. But again, one of those things where, you know, if you're expecting 25 yards longer, you may be disappointed. So I think the driver, unfortunately, the driver heads have gotten to a point where there's only so much they can do. I think what we've seen and what we've noticed in the last couple of years, the shaft technology is really what's making and breaking these heads and a driver. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I know it wasn't super short, but it wasn't super long. But again, big thanks to my guy, Mike, and everyone at Club Champion who allows us to kind of come in and test and, you know, beat the heck out of their drivers, even though we have awful days like we did. But again, very enjoyable. And to be very candid, I'll wrap up. They're all really good drivers. And, you know, you may not like an aesthetic or a cosmetic thing of a certain driver, but I guarantee you, if I went to Callaway or Cobra or Wilson or TaylorMade or Titleist or Ping or anybody, Mizuno, you can get dialed in on any driver. If you walked in and said, I want to get this driver fit for me, you could get it to work. There's no question about it. I just think it's, you know, personal preference, subjective, you know, aesthetics and graphics and what, but they all, you know, if you were forced to play a certain brand driver, you could get it to work. And that was one of the things Mike and I talked about was, you know, if you're on a TaylorMade's tour and let's say you didn't like the LS and you didn't like this, you could find a way to get a driver to work for you. It happens. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, if you have any questions on it, what we thought, what we felt, what we liked, what we didn't like, again, certainly do not hesitate to reach out. Maybe we'll catch up with you guys next time. Thanks, guys.